Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Ben here. Today, we're talking A Plague Tale Innocence. This is a game that takes place in one of the most dreadful times in history. Medieval Europe in the 1300s during the deadly pandemic known as the Black Death. This is a setting so unique to games that I was only able to find 2 other games that took place during this time period. Imagine if you took bits of The Last of Us, thousands of rats, and a mysterious plot where the Inquisition is chasing you, Amicia, and your brother Hugo, and you're not even sure why. Well, now you got my attention, and a recipe for what was one of the best games of the last few years. I thought there was no better time than to jump back in and see if the game holds up. I hope you guys enjoy. Alright, let's start off by talking about the presentation for this game. And in my opinion, the presentation starts for any game with the title screen. Some companies go all out while others just put some text up on the screen. And some of the best music themes in games are from the title screen. So for A Plague Tale Innocence and its title screen, I think it's pretty damn good. It definitely sets the tone with the rats immediately, but in the best kind of way. I like how once you get your settings locked in and start the game, this carriage drives by with a lantern. The rats hate the light. Light is your best friend in this game, and you're gonna need it to survive.
Go away!
Calm down, Hugo. The light will protect us, alright?
Alright.
One of the first things I noticed while booting up the game was how good the graphics have held up. And the visuals seem to only get better as you progress further into the game.
Oh, wow!
Oh. Not bad.
The characters in the game have great models too. I thought Vitalis and this old lady looked so good. The lighting looks really good too, with the torch moving around, and I love the little bits of fog spread throughout the levels. It makes the atmosphere feel so dense. Okay, let's get to what this game is famous for, and what is probably my favorite part of the game, the rats. I can't stress enough how cool the rats are in this game. At any given moment, there can be up to 5,000 rats on screen at once. The rats also react to you in real time. They're always adapting to where you are and what you're throwing at it. So, throughout this game, Amicia is going to be running into situations where she is forced to make tough decisions, which definitely fits the mood the developers were going for, that these kids are forced to grow up in this world, forced to make decisions that no kid should have to. I mean, hell, Amicia is 15 and Hugo's 5. Hugo had this sickness since he was born, so he's been separated from everyone most of his life. So Amicia and Hugo just really aren't that close.
It's me. Your sister? Amicia?
Hello.
But as soon as the game's story and events start happening, they gotta rely on each other. One of my favorite scenes in this game is where a guard is pleading for his life.
No!
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm sorry! We have to get out!
Amicia!
He's an enemy, but he is no threat to you at this point. You have the torch, and the only way is to go forward. But by going forward, you are forcing the rats into the man. I didn't want to walk forward here, but I knew it was kill or be killed.
Come on! This way!
And you know what? It's even more devastating once you realize that you could have saved his life the whole time. You can put this torch into this holder and throw some ignifer to light the area near the man, which allowed you to go forward, and the rats, the light's protecting him as well, so you were good. I did actually prefer the feeling of dread that I got from being forced to, kill the man. It made it feel so much more realistic, but I did appreciate that they put that into the game. Another standout is when Amicia is in this town later on in the game and runs into a man that is so thirsty that he settles for drinking the disgusting river water.
Oh no, don't drink that.
So in A Plague Tale Innocence, the main gameplay mechanic revolves around light. You must use and manipulate the light to traverse through environments and keep the rats at bay. You are also provided with a sling, which is your main weapon. Any enemy that doesn't have a helmet on, you can lock on and just destroy their head from a distance. It's pretty awesome. Amicia and Hugo are weak, so any physical confrontation with enemies will usually result in death. You will need to observe the environments and figure out the best route through enemy camps with the least amount of resistance as possible. I love this aspect of the game, actually. It feels realistic, just like it did in Last of Us with Ellie. You had to use your stealth and wits as opposed to Joel's brute strength.
My name is Charlotte McBurney, I'm 17 years old, and I play Amicia in A Plague Tale Innocence.
He won't listen to you! We need to stop him!
Alright, let's talk about the audio and the music. First off, the voice acting in this game is actually really good. Charlotte McBurney as Amicia and Logan Hannon as Hugo did awesome. Throughout the game, Hugo would remind me a lot of my little girl, actually. I'll be all serious and she just wants to go pick flowers or just spontaneously run from me. Hugo will do that type of stuff in this game.
Hugo, where are you? Hugo, it's not funny.
Boo!
Hugo,
Did I scare you?
the Inquisition is here, Hugo. Do you want them to take you away? Don't ever do that again.
Alright.
And I also got to call out the voice actor for Vitalis. He has such a unique and cool voice. I love how raw it sounds.
I am the Grand Inquisitor Vitalis Benevent. You have no idea how I have suffered.
I was actually pretty impressed with a lot of the enemy voiceover too.
I know you're tired. I know there's not enough of us. And I definitely know we'd all like to get far, far away from these fucking rats. But these are our boys.
The sound effects for the rats are really well done and menacing. The sound of the sling flinging objects. And when it comes to the music, it fits so well to this time period. It transports you back to the 14th century in like a second. Tracks such as The Inquisition, which puts the fear of God in you while dealing with enemies.
I know you're here, kid. I don't have time to play games.
Shh.
You go. That'll teach you.
Or maybe you prefer the spine-chilling sounds of Mystical Castle. Or if you just want to get your mind blown, boot up Beyond the Horizon, which I swear it sounds like if you took Interstellar the movie and just went back in time. If I had to say what I'll remember the most about A Plague Tale Innocence is that the fact that it was able to just so seamlessly transport me back to the 1300s, and it felt so real. It's truly one of the more memorable games you could ever play. Is it the best game ever? No. The gameplay definitely holds it back a little bit. This game reminded me mostly of games like Murdered Soul Suspect, Sinuous Sacrifice, or The Sinking City. It reminds me the most of The Sinking City, where all those games had some gameplay issues of their own, but they all made up with it with their setting and story and unique atmosphere. And after 3 years, I think I actually like it a little bit more than I did back then. Alright, this was fun, guys. Thanks for watching. If you made it this far, please consider subscribing and liking the video. It definitely helps me out. And until next time, stay in the light, my friends. Later.